Old spot.
Talking about longevity, huh?
Man.
So we've been here. We've been the threat.
All through the spirit, man. I'm just going a little closer to the camera. Just pay attention. So, you know, this place is notorious because the cameras were hot.
Shalom Yeshua. First and foremost, give all praise and glory to the
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostle of the first peace and blessings. Love the Akron, speech the word of the city. So we Hebrew Israelites, we're prophesied of Mary's downfall, which America, according to the Bible, is Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, that will soon be destroyed according to biblical prophecy. You know, we're here to teach the word to the elect of our people, you know, so they can repent and be converted and healed and be saved. As the brother see the time of the lesson, it shall come to pass. You know, which that's talking about the prophet. Because the testimony of the Lord Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. And this week, it was saying in the news that WEF, which is the World Economic Forum, says CBDCs, which CBDC is the acronym, it stands for Central Bank and Digital Currency, must be, I'm going to speak in code, the IMPLANTED under your skin if you want to. So we know everything is leading to the MOTB, the correct, the CHIP, you know, because that is the New World Order, and that is biblical prophecy in the last days that Esau, the so-called white man, set up, you know.
Is that the same article where it says that you need this to participate in society?
Nah.
Okay, yeah, because I also read an article and did a video on it through the spirit on how you're gonna need this. Let me get it down pat.
Because you're gonna need the MOTB very soon to participate in this economy, and without it, you're gonna be off the grid. You know, they gotta look at you as an outcast. You know, which we already know in the spirit that the elect gonna be outcast because they're not gonna take the correct. You know, they gonna trust in Yahweh Shimon Shah, you know, and not trust in the one that spoke to us. Esau either. You know?
Yeah, if you want to participate in society. Oh yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, WEF says CBD must be a bank, right? Yeah, so like the brother was saying, I left the brother.
Yeah, so you know, we're surely opposed to that, man. You know, but I don't want to keep rambling. We're gonna speak as we bring out the scripture.
Ezekiel 33, verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh from Yahweh.
Right. Now this is Ezekiel dealing with the Israelites back then that wasn't taking the shoot serious, man. They were looking at the shoot as entertainment. And we are dealing with the same Israelites today because the incarnation is biblical. You know, when you teach this word, a lot of Israelites for the most part, the 2/3, they don't take this truth serious what we're saying. You know?
It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
Yeah, they will not do them because Jacob is a rebellious people. You know, they like to hear the word of the Lord, but when it comes to them showing their deeds and to worship the Lord, they don't do it.
It says, for with their mouths they show much love, but in their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Yeah, because you also, oftentimes, you hear a lot of Jace come in and prophets on the how it's about. It's not on the prophets and on the comic books. Man, y'all brothers is great teachers, man. I love what y'all doing. Keep doing. You know, cause they still call us black for the unlearned. You know, man, it's good to see black brothers in unison. You know, so they're speaking good words, man, but they're not applying them what they're hearing into their life, so they can be saved from salvation. I mean, so they can be saved from the destruction to come. You know.
Yeah, people will pull up, drive up, shalom.
Yeah.
Where the temple at? This where y'all.
Right.
You know,
Y'all gonna be out here next week?
most are
we
not
never see
looking for
them. Yeah, we never see them again. For the most part.
Verse 32, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument.
Yeah, so in other words, once again, Jake look at us as entertainment. You know? They don't take what we're saying serious, man, because even Yahushua said, prophet is not without honor in his own country. So Jake is not going to take it serious because, you know, Jake is naturally.
And I want to make a point. It says, thou art unto them a very lovely song. So when people hear this truth, they hear that, you know, the Heavenly Father and the Son is so-called black men. You know, we have a kingdom promised to us where we're going to rule with Yahushua for all eternity. You know, everything that these nations have done into the children of Israel, they're going to get paid back for what they done. Esau's going to get paid back double. All right, we're the actual sons, you know, we're the spiritual sons and daughters of the Heavenly Father. You know, where we're kindred to Yahushua. So this is a very lovely song. And we are as one that play well on the instrument because we're able to go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. We can go into the history, we can go into the creation story, then we can go and edify you on Paul's letters. You know, we can break down the secrets and mysteries of the things that was revealed unto Apostle John while he was on the island of Patmos. So this instrument, the Bible, we're able to play well on it. We're very skillful with it. And that draws in people. Oh, I never heard that. Oh man, I didn't know that was in the Bible. Oh man, that's good. But like I say, these people won't do it, man, because they're distracted by other things in this world. They have their interest in other things. But this world is going to be soon done away with. Like the brother brought out, in order to participate in this new financial system, you're going to need an implant, and that implant is what the scriptures call the MOTB. I'll start from the top. And lo, thou art unto them a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
Yeah, so that's, you know, when it's coming to pass, the prophecy. So when all the prophets come to pass, when all hell break loose, when Jacob's trouble finally commence.
How you doing? Hey, ¿cómo estamos?
Hey, hola,
Hey,
amigo.
¿todo bien? ¿Habla español, machín?
Sí, somos latinos.
Latino, ¿de dónde? ¿Un musulmán?
Nosotros somos de Israel.
Israel.
Usted también es de Israel.
También.
Pero tú sabes, la esclavitud y los hombres malos quitaron la tierra y mataron todo lo que estaba dentro de nosotros y nos dieron otra cosa. Eso es lo que ustedes están viviendo, es otra cosa. Pero la
Mentira.
verdad, sí, la mentira, pero la verdad es una mentira.
Bueno,
¿no es?
sí. Thank you, gracias.
Ok,
Hola,
cuidado por
hola,
ahí.
mi amigo. Sí.
Que Dios te bendiga.
See, yeah, see, you know, we are in a what they call a sanctuary state, where a lot of these what Esau calls immigrants, for the most part, they're Israelites. You know, they can come in through the open door, open border policy. They come to into America through California or Texas or New Mexico, Nevada, different places, Arizona, and then they come here. You know, a lot of these Latinos that you see selling corn and all that stuff, they be from other countries, but they come in here to either receive the word or get judged. Right? I got a precept, Matthew 11:16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the marketplace calling unto their fellows.
Right. You know, and those children are the prophets, man. The marketplace is a agora in the Greek, which means a marketplace where a lot of buying and selling is at, or foot traffic. So that's what we hear. That prophecy is being enacted right now. By way of the prophets on the street corners teaching the word amongst the Israelites walking past them, man. You know?
And saying, we have piped unto you.
Because, scriptures say that this is a new song. Sing this new song. Which is prophecy. Which is really old because the prophet had a song back then teaching the word to our people to repent so they can deliver. And prophesying about the kingdom of God very soon. But it's been refreshed in this society because the prophets came back from reincarnation to teach the same message.
Yeah. It says, and saying, we have piped unto you, going back to Ezekiel 33, you are unto them like a lovely song as one that played well on an instrument. Saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Right, because when you dance to a song, you resonate with it. You're getting all into it.
It's anxiety.
It's like the song. It's vibing with your spirit. So, in spiritual sense, Jake is not vibing. It's don't want to repent. Don't want to get down and worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah because it's boring. You get hated. Which really that's the conditions of the battle. The Lord said that we all have to bear our cross. The Lord said, when thou comes to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. So it's going to be common tests. And they don't stop. They keep coming. The more and more you grow in the truth, the more the Lord brings affliction. But with balance, the Lord makes a way for you to escape the affliction. And to apply the scriptures so you can understand that this is part of the battle.
All right, that was it. Ezekiel 33, verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
Right, so when all the prophets come to pass, when they can show will come, when it's a famine, when it's race wars, when it's people get thrown to the cats, concentration camps, people get mauled by beasts of the field, then they're going to know a prophet been among them, man. Because it's a light thing for the Lord to put in remembrance of what you heard in the past from the prophets. When you're going through stuff. And I do remember, some guys, it was years back, man. I do remember some guys in the street corners telling us things like this was going to happen. So it's a light thing for the Lord to put in remembrance of a nigga to remember what he was told while he still had liberty to repent, man.
Yep. Like that one brother came up and said, you know what, everything you said was going to happen, happened, bro.
And it's not our own will. It's all the will of Yahweh Shema.
Revelations 13, chapter 13, verse 16.
Now this is a future prophecy that will surely come to pass, man. Now Elon Musk a couple weeks ago,
Scammer.
The FDA recently approved Elon Musk to do human trials on taking the MOTB. So the MOTB is already here.
It says, and he causes all both small and great, rich and poor.
Yeah, so and then he is a so-called white man. The Edomites, the wicked, according to the Bible, they're gonna cause everybody to take the MOTB to see it, man, the practice.
Rich and poor.
Yep.
Free and bond.
Yep.
Young and old.
Yep. And this is it, man. Starting with our apostle Elder Great Millstone, we are broken record saying this because this is an end time prophecy, man. And it surely is gonna come to pass very soon when it be made mandated, which is already here.
Yep.
But the Elisa Esau, they're just waiting on a drastic economic collapse to happen.
We'll try to let this cool down a little bit.
A drastic economic, they want the economy to collapse so they can usher in this MOTV, man. Because roads lead to it. everything is getting digitalized. You know, you got Apple Pay, Venmo, Cash App, Google Pay. You know, you got Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency. You know, PayPal. So everything is going digital. So when they implement it, it's not gonna be it's not far-fetched that they will.
It's not going to be a hard transition.
Because everybody's already used to the convenience.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's already used to the easy way. And they're gonna be using examples like, oh, you don't have to worry about people trying to rob you, but not knowing you gotta what's those people? Dark web people. Hackers. There you go. Hackers that can still hack into your shit.
Biden's a hypocrite. He only does it because he's Muslim. Back then, he was saying that he wasn't with cryptocurrency. Now, just recently, a brother put up an article, Biden saying that they were going to replace the dollar with cryptocurrency, which in terms, like the brother's going into.
Yeah, I wonder why my phone, the screen is dark.
Is it what?
It's dark.
And he calls us all both small and great, rich and poor,
You want me to hold that
free
one?
and
That's the
bond
line.
to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right? You know, like I was going to something. I know what marketing and figures for the racking, which means an decision. You know, because in order for them to
As long as that's green up there, it's good.
place the
Comments.
see it
I'll
inside,
tell you how many people watching.
you have to cut your
Take your
flesh
time.
by way of a syringe. The syringe is what contains the seed here, man. You know? And they're gonna cut through it, which we already seen videos on it. They're gonna inject the seed up inside of you, man. And it says forehead because now Elon Musk has Neuralink technology. You know, that people can stream data download data and stream it directly to their brain. People can, function properly, which there are miracles on the left hand side. That Esau's going to see the people to convince them to take it. Man, I ain't never, I can finally walk again, not knowing you're gonna be,
Wobbly.
wobbling. You're not gonna be healed like Yahweh Shai healed a paralyzed believer.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Yeah, so without the mark, without the seed, you won't be able to buy or sell it. Like I was saying in the beginning of the lesson, you're gonna be off grid. You're not gonna be able to participate in the economy. Because they're gonna look at you as an outcast. And we understand that the elect gonna be outcast because the elect not gonna take it. They're gonna stay upon the Lord and not stay upon them that smoke them.
It's going to be like that same vibration they had when they had that Crown Vic out.
Right.
People was treating each other like they hated each other.
Exactly.
Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right, which the beast is NATO and the EU. With America being part of that, which is a replica of the Roman Empire. Because in Daniel 7:17 says these beasts are kings. Kings is synonymous with having kingdoms. So this is talking about this empire, man. America is nothing but the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. You got the coins, the Roman coins. You got the Latin and the Greek. You have the plebeians, the patricians, the plebeians were will be classified today as the Democrats, and the patricians will be classified as the Republicans. You get a Senate, Congress.
They even got the same architecture.
Yep, same architecture.
The coins and
So America is the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. Like how we say this, everything, all your data, your personal information is going to be placed inside the seed. From your medical information, your driver license, credit card, debit card, social security number. Everybody will have a unique number, just add the social security number. But everybody what everybody's gonna have in common is everybody's gonna be tapped into the same database. So they're gonna be able to track it.
They're gonna turn everybody into mobile devices that could be hacked.
Literally.
Yeah, you hear a lot of people that say, oh, well, the device that's implanted, it doesn't have GPS on it. Okay. But everywhere you go to and swipe your palm, that can log your location and update it in the system. So the device itself doesn't have to have
GPS.
But everywhere you go to will log your location. So,
So it's the
same
same thing.
You know, just like with these phones. These phones, they use certain technology where they'll know where you live at. It'll say, as soon as you get in the car, you plug your phone up to your car, it'll say, you know, you're home, or are you going home? You know, are you going to work? I done had this phone pull up the damn grocery store I go to.
Yep.
You know, so the system will, by way of the algorithms, the data, the statistics, and the trends that you have, or the patterns, they'll know everything about you. You know?
Yeah, that's it. They'll know everything about you without you telling them about yourself.
Yeah, just like on IG, it'll bring up shoes that you may like, some damn clothes that you may like. You might have been talking about having a steak, they'll pull up Ruth Chris. So this system is gonna study every individual. But I got this in Isaiah chapter.
It's like, that's Esau playing like he's the most high. You want to know your thoughts, what you like, what you don't like. Esau want to know everything about you, man, because he's not satisfied
Right.
with the portion of the earth that he has that was given to him from Yahweh Shemel Shai, man.
Yep. Thou art wiser than Daniel.
This is Isaiah 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
Yeah, so the elect in the last days, which you live in now, they're not going to no more trust in the so-called white man, the one that spoke them, but they're going to trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai, their God. You know? And the transition is happening now. You know, brothers is turning away from the standard American diet. Brothers is working out. Brothers learning more about nature. You know, how to, build fires. Things of that sort, just so we can, ain't nothing wrong with having knowledge about certain things before a tragic event happens. You know?
Yeah. I actually get it.
When it comes down to, but when the MLTV be made mandated in America, that's when the elect fully gonna be off the board.
God.
I got a precept. This is Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Yeah, so the prophets are the prudent man, the wise man. See, they see the evils because they know the prophecies. They know it's going, hell gonna break loose very soon. So they gonna, in their mind, like, man, let me just learn how to start a fire. At least let me just, learn the basics of something. Yeah. Just so you won't be like the average person out here that's not gonna know. Yeah. And I'm talking about the men, because women, they're gonna be assed up. But the men, you want to, the Lord put us on the level to be different which means being holy from these niggas of the world, man.
I want to get a precept because it says, prudent man foreseeth the evil and hide himself. And the prophets, the prudent men, are hiding themselves in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Psalms 91 and 1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, which is the Lord's protection. All right, when you read in Psalm 34 and 7, it speaks about angels are around those that fear the Lord. So as we're dwelling in the habitation of the Lord, there's a hedge of protection. There's a shadow of the Almighty that's protecting us. And with that, it comes with searching things out. It comes with knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So, what brothers do, if they're not teaching, reading, studying, you look at other things. Okay, what type of plants can I use to rub on my skin if I have a a allergic reaction or a rash, or if I get bit by something. You know, you can get the spearmint. The spearmint, you can rub it on your skin, and that can alleviate the itching sensation.
The aloe vera plant can heal.
Aloe vera plant.
Heal cuts and shit.
Knowing certain things like that, because like we went into Isaiah 10 and 20, the remnant is going to stay upon Yahweh Shema side. They're not going to stay upon Esau. It's going to come a time where we're going to have to go off the grid.
Pilgrims.
We're going to have to. Y'all know where that 2nd Ezra 16, where it says, I'm going to pull it real quick. 2nd Ezra 16. I want to say it's probably like the 40th. 40th verse.
2nd Ezra 16 and 40. Oh my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle.
You hear the Lord's words. You hear the Lord's words by way of his mouthpiece, which is the prophets. So the Lord is saying, hear the prophets, right?
It says, hear my word, make you ready to the battle.
You gotta get prepared. You know, it's finna be like a battle out here, man. It's gonna be chaos, anarchy, confusion, famine, racial tension.
Yep.
You got to get mentally prepared for that, you know, because it's not like all hell gonna be breaking loose and you still, you know, at the house, you're going to work, going to your grocery store, and nothing happening to you. You know, we're gonna be in the midst of it, right? So you got to prepare yourself.
It says, and in those days, and in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
So in those bad times, because that's what evil means, Elder Apostle Gabar, he broke that down years ago. In those evils or in those bad times, you gotta be as pilgrims upon the earth. A pilgrim doesn't have a certain dwelling place. He's over here a little bit, he's over there a little bit. You know, so we're gonna have to go off the grid. And there's many accounts of our forefathers having to go off the grid. You know, you read about the Maccabees brothers. They had to go off the grid. King David, his men went off the grid. John the Baptist, he lived off the grid. All right. Moses, he had to go off the grid. And Moses, he was set up. You know, he was up amongst them Egyptians, living that Egyptian life, but he had a purpose, he had a calling. You know, after he saw the afflictions that his people was going through and how he had to raise up and put somebody down that was afflicting his people, which that was a sign. You know, he had to fly off the grid, but when Moses went off the grid, the Lord took care of him. He led him to Jethro, which was a Cushite, living in the land of Midian. All right, and he ended up getting a wife. He was well taken care of, and 40 years later, he was over there for 40 years, and the Spirit told him, you know, go back to Egypt because you finna do something for me. You know, so our forefathers have lived off the grid, and as a man, you want to know how to do particular things outdoors, man. You know. You wanna put yourself in a position where you can climb a tree.
Self-sufficient.
You know, climb a tree, hop a fence. You know, break off a branch. You know, shave it down, repurpose it for something else. You want to learn those type of things. That's us getting back to being men. Cook your own food. You know, diet. You know, get yourself on a good diet to where you ain't putting so many chemicals in your body, so you're not feeling lethargic and lazy, agitated, annoyed. You know, all this bad food that we eat is putting those spirits on us. You know?
Like you said, man, doing all that stuff, it's going to benefit us at the moment. If the Lord wanted us to do it before all hell did, he put that spirit out there for us to try the effort to do it, you know, just so we can, so we all put in that position when we ask out.
Yeah, have one up. You know, because we already got the one up. We got the whole box from outside. But, you know, as a man, you should want to do things. Familiarize yourself with tools. You know, every brother is different. Some brothers, they come from a background of using tools and stuff like that. You know, having tools in your trunk, man, that can save you hundreds of dollars from having to go to the mechanic. Your car will tell you how many times we've been in situations with these cars and we just pulled the tools out the back with the steering power, your whole body sitting outside and made something happen with the spirit and we back driving.
Yeah, this brother one time, he how he made a makeshift little branch. But if I was with it before, the guy took the front window, man. Got open.
Oh, he locked his keys in his car.
Yeah, got locked the keys in the car and made a makeshift little branch. Open it up, but window, man. Got the keys.
It's all through the spirit. Because, you know, as long as you have faith, you put the works in, and then the Lord will guide it, and then you can make a lot of things happen, man. Just in believing in yourself, you know? When you believe in Yahweh sitting outside, and that takes believing in yourself, being confident that you can do something. So, you know, start exploring and stuff like that. Go out in the elements, go on hikes, trails, put yourself in, you know, in an outdoor settings, you know? Because Rich say, like we just read, being pilgrims upon the earth, so we're going to be outside. Apostle Tahar said years ago, get yourself a tent, get yourself a hobo stove, a tent, you know? I mean, we don't know where we're going to be at when the shit go down. You know, we could be away from it. But the point is, like we read in Proverbs, I'll read it again. (22:3), a prudent man perceiveth the evil and hide himself. So what is it saying? A wise man is a visionary, and he can see the potential dangers and harm that can come. So what he does is he prepares himself. A prudent man perceiveth the evil and hide himself. That's wisdom for us. You know?
Yeah, that's why it says when there is no vision, the people perish. See, these people, they don't have a vision on what the prophecy is going to pass for their king. They don't have that. So when all your victims, they're going to perish because they're not going to know.
Because they've been distracted. You know, they've been distracted. Esau with the let me get the 1 John 2:15. Esau has been distracting people with all the cares of this world, whether it's sports, whether it's your job, you need to make more money, you know, the nightlife, and all the other things that are used as a tool to distract you from reality. You know, it's all encompassed in the world.
1 John 2:15. Love not the world, even the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
And you can't serve two masters. You can't have a fervent love and desire for the world and then call yourself being in the truth, because the world and the truth, they are contrary to each other. The scriptures speak about the downfall of this place and how the Lord is going to destroy it. So why would you have a fervent love for something that you know that's going to be wiped out and destroyed, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to be in that spirit of Brandon T. Jackson. You know he is like you see him at a worship. All that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life.
The lust of the flesh. So everything in this world caters to your wants, your carnal wants, and your carnal desires. You know, Esau got people running in the rat race just for them to try to satisfy their carnal pleasures. You know, every time you turn around, it's a new car, a new phone, furniture, a house, a new place to live, somewhere to travel, somewhere to go, a concert, a game. Then you gotta go to work on Monday. You know, just all this shit in the world that constantly has a person on this rat race just chasing something. You know, that's not gonna profit you in the day of destruction.
Yeah, because Esau is like that by nature, not being satisfied. So he want everybody to be like him. You know, because the scriptures say that, you know, so is the ruler, and so are, you know, earthly creditors, and so are all his subjects. So if the ruler is like that, because Esau don't want to be seen without him. You know, saying Esau, misery loves company. So, you know, Esau, he loves when people take on his spirit, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the elect not doing that. The elect is, like you said, is the polar opposite. You know, it's contrary, and that's why Esau acknowledged the prophets that, you know, their life is not every ordinary man. Talk about that. Their life is no passion, you know.
say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High. I would not that he should have fellowship with devils. We cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils.
Yeah, because they both contrast to one another. You can't be in the truth and at the same time you love, you still commit endorsements, but you still, being a nigga, still loving black culture.
Yeah, you can't, like you say, you can't drink what is the cup of mammon? Not a cup of devils. You can't take in the philosophies and the knowledge and the wisdom of the world and then take in the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh. You can't do that because you're gonna pick the burden that's least heaviest to carry, which is the world. Because the world is an open gate. And many there be that go in thereat. You see, the truth is a narrow passage. It's a straight gate. So it comes with do's and don'ts, cans and can'ts.
You're going to be a prisoner of something.
Yeah.
Either you're going to be a prisoner to righteousness, or you're going to be a prisoner to wickedness. So it's best that, like Dr. said, me and my house, we don't serve the Lord. If we catch hell, at least we know that we're in a good state. We are in a good condition to serve the Lord because we're doing what he said. As opposed to you not doing nothing to this world at all. You're really not, the Lord really not going to justify you.
Yeah, because it say, approve the man foreseeth the evil and hide himself. It doesn't say approve the man foreseeth the evil and nothing happens to him at all. We're going to be in situations where we're going to see the potential of things happening and we're going to ready ourselves through the Spirit, and the Lord is going to guide us and let us know what we should do and how we should be moving during these times. But that requires being tapped into the Spirit and paying attention. You know what I mean? You can't be a part-time Israelite. You can't be a cap day Israelite. This is a lifestyle that you carry yourself with on your day-to-day, because you got to apply this wisdom even when you off the camera, even when you're not doing a sit-down. You still got to apply the wisdom when you're faced with certain, situations, right?
Well, it's not going to be there to hold your hand all the time.
Yeah.
Deliver you out of situations. Some things you got to take on the chair by yourself. Some things, a lot of things happen in life you don't even miss it, bro. If you don't want to come out as that can. But always, we make amongst each other. You don't want to be that brother that, kind of seem like weak, just the bad news. Yeah.
It says, he cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. He cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. Do we provoke Yahweh to jealousy? Are we stronger than he?
Yeah, because if you sacrifice with the devil, you become on the Most High jealousy. Because remember, the Lord is a jealous God, and if you see you more tapped into the world and doing the lust of the flesh, then He's jealous of that. Especially if you know you're Israelite, the Lord can remove His Holy Spirit from you.
Okay.
And you see that countless times. Short time, we've been in this shit. You see a lot of people that was in the past, we don't see them.
And you know why? It's because Yahweh Shai, he gave us the main examples why somebody would not do the work. You finish that out for me.
Brother talking about the rat race. As far as lifestyle, this is the race that we're running on. This 1 Corinthians 9:24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain. Because we're in a race right now for the spirit, right? A spiritual race to obtain what? The kingdom, right? To go to the end. And every man that started for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Yeah. Yeah, and the one he's talking about, the incorruptible crown, are those sports figures. Yeah, they had discipline, they diet, and they workout regimen. There's nothing wrong with that. But they doing that to achieve the incorruptible crown, you know, to get a championship. And next year later, someone else going to contend for the championship. So that was in vain.
That's a corruptible crown.
That's incorruptible. But we for the incorruptible, you know. It's like I have to say corruptible for them,
Yeah.
incorruptible for us.
Okay.
And incorruptible for us, man. You know, because when Howard Shah places those crowns when he elect, that's not going to never fade away. You know, that's going to be for eternal, man. And that's what we elect.
Like the brother was mentioning in the spirit, that rat cheese race that a lot of these people in this world are into, Esau got them plugged into where that all they can think about is the next step, how they're going to be rich, how they're going to, I'm going to go to school for 4 years, make this amount of figures. But not everybody makes it to that level on this side. We don't know the complications of it, but the race that they're running, like the brother mentioned, is a corruptible race. But we're striving, like it says, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain. So we're running to obtain an incorruptible crown. But these people out here, their everyday lives is toward, like they go to a work spot. Like I had a dude tell me the other day, man, I moved up, I wasn't late at all. I was here every day. That's you running a corruptible race, man. Because you could be at that job, you could not be late, but one thing happened, and then you out of there. That's a corruptible, that's corruptible, man. But for us, things happen like that, and it's like, you know what, hey, that's whatever. What we're doing right now, that's what we don't want to be late on. This is what we, want to actually be on time for, man. And these people out here, man, they're just running a corruptible race, man. And it says, therefore, so run, not as uncertainly, right? Because you want to be sure, right? You want to be sure that what you're doing, you want to be in your mind sure of what you're doing. If you out here in the highways and byways, and you got uncertainty in your mind, man, the Lord gonna spew you out, man.
And it's gonna show on your, outwardly. Yeah. Bro's gonna see how you are. Because that would a man thinketh, so is he. We say that in the Proverbs. So, like the brother said, if you have uncertainty and secret doubt that you're trying to hide from the bros and all that, it's gonna show. Because a tree may be known by its fruit, like Yahweh Shah said. So bros gonna see it.
You come to camp and in your head, oh man, like your brother said earlier, I can't wait till the festivities happen after camp.
Yeah.
Oh man, when this gonna be over? It's been 2 hours. That's uncertainty. That means your spirit really ain't doing the will of the Lord.
Okay.
Bro's gotta tell you, hey bro, put your garment on, bro.
Yeah, all the time.
You got your books, bro?
I left the home at your home.
I left my books and my garment. Certain things happen. Shit happen. You feel me? But it shouldn't be a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be a pattern.
It was common.
Yeah.
It says, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. Because fighting this truth, man, you want to fight as one that beateth the air, because you fighting air is pointless.
Yeah, shadow boxing.
Yeah.
Doing this.
What you gonna knock out air? You gonna get tired? You gonna get winded? Because you're gonna fall out, man. And that's why Paul said that. Not as one that beateth the air, because you got a lot of guys out here that's in this truth that's not really for it. They fighting as one that beateth the air, meaning at the end of the day, when things start happening, they're not gonna receive a reward for what they're doing, because in their mind, inwardly, they weren't really for this. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway.
Yeah, it's subjective, meaning the sub means under, subjective is rule. So basically ruling the spirit. You're very self-disciplined with truth. Because we have to center the truth. We have to center your affairs of your life around the truth, not the other way around. The truth is your first priority.
And then by you centering the truth and making the truth your first priority, the fruits of the spirit will pour out into other stuff that you have going on, you know? If you're diligent in the faith, then that'll make you diligent in other things. Not diligent to where it'll cause you to be distracted, but you know, if you're a diligent brother and you're consistent, then there's going to be other things that you'll be consistent. Let's say, for instance, if you pick up going to the gym, here it is, you've been consistent for years preaching the truth. So now when you introduce other things in your life to, you know, balance yourself, then you will see that consistency that'll pour into that. You know, begin to be consistent with working out. Begin to be consistent in cooking for yourself. Begin to be consistent in having a routine. You know, it teaches you order. You know, it ain't nothing wrong with having a day, you know, days mapped out. At the end of the day, we go by the Spirit, but it ain't nothing wrong with, okay, well, you know, let's say Monday through Thursday, you know, I'm studying, reading, pushing the work. Monday, I'm gonna go, you know, on Fridays I do this, I do that, kids, the wife, you know, you may go out on Saturday to camp, you know, or Sunday. You know, you just know how to manage yourself. Because if we becoming kings, or if we're the next kings to rule the earth, kings got programs. Now, ultimately, we go with the Spirit. Ultimately, we go with the Spirit. But a king has, you know, in the morning, they're making food for the king. You know,
He said
at 12
Lions of
o'clock, I
Judah.
gotta meet with the other dignitaries from this other country. We're trying to come together and you know, buying and selling resources and substances. Kings got shit that they do during the day. They don't just be just fucking bitches all that.
They don't go off the fire.
Yeah.
I don't know why you do that. Like that. Like I said, they got their day planned out.
Doing things while being in a rulership of peace, man. You know?
Yeah, because the kings, they handle the business affairs first and foremost. And everything else, like the pleasure, that came second.
And what encompass the business, encompass what's the business process? Business affairs is judging. You know, you got to bring out certain judgment, certain decrees got to go out. Just like you see with Biden. You know, he come out, he's signing legislation, and he's addressing the country. Hey, you know, as president of the United States, I hereby ordain this and this and that to happen. You know, so we're gonna be doing that too. You know, like we say, we're not just gonna be sitting up eating and flying around with spiritual power, killing Edomites and fucking bitches all day. You know, we're gonna be linking up with other brothers, other dignitaries. You know. We got sons and daughters to marry off. You know, we got lands to give and resources, people to rule over. You know, to give them directions. Hey, I need 20,000 men to come over here to build up this. You know, I need some pools built over here. So, you know, start governing yourself in like a kingly way.
A rulership mentality.
Start off small and then you know, bound and grow, and you know, then you start, you know, managing out your day. But if you know certain things happen during your day, ultimately we go through the Spirit. But ain't nothing wrong with mapping out your day, you know, having a schedule, having certain things.
Everything must be done in decency and order.
Yeah, writing things down. When the last time you took a pen and you sat and you just wrote some stuff down? That's what. We wouldn't have this book
Right.
if we wasn't sitting down writing stuff down. Writing things down is a part of our heritage. And it's good for your mental, your cognitions.
Cognitives.
Oh, Matthew 22. Yeah. Now we're going into this through the Spirit because Yahushua gave 3 examples on why somebody would be distracted from doing the work. So this is Matthew 22, verse 1, and Yahushua answered and spake unto them again by parables and said, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king which made a marriage for his son.
Right. Our king is the Most High Yahweh, and the son is Yahushua. The marriage is going to be the joining together of the elect.
the elect of Israel as the bride, with the bridegroom coming outside. There's a difference.
And sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the marriage.
Right. And the servants are the servants of prophets. Call them meaning invite. Because this is a form of invitation that we're out here on the highways and byways and telling our people, inviting a certain particular guest, which are only Israelites, to repent and come to the truth. Because Apostle Paul said through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. So we persuade the Israelite man and woman too to repent, or else they're going to get caught up out here in destruction.
They always see the Caesar boys here and look us right in the eyes. Verse 3 again, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the marriage, and they would not come.
Yeah, so that's just the nature of things. Being lazy, not going to repent.
Again, he sent forth other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden to the marriage, behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage.
Yeah, because this truth is like food, man. The Lord said, eat this whole world. So what we're doing, and Apostle Peter said, feed the flock of the Most High. With this truth, man. 100% doctrine.
Well, when we get a chance, go get Proverbs 9.
So it says, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen and fatlings are killed, and all things are ready coming to the marriage. So everything is already prepared already. Everything, the truth is in its final estate. The truth is evolving. But we have declared to you to show the whole counsel to you, the Most High, man.
Now it said the supper, right? Fatlings and the oxen. So we're gonna get a little better understanding of what that is in this chapter.
It's Proverbs chapter 9, verse 1. Wisdom hath built her house, she hath hewn out her 7 pillars.
Right. The wisdom is talking about the wisdom of the scriptures. The house is the house of David. The house of David being built by way of the word.
And then it says the pillars. A pillar is something that supports a structure. So that's the leadership. The principal men that holds up this house. You hear about Abu Bibis. You hear about King Mashah. You hear about
One leg all the way on there, one fucking shoulder, nigga.
what I was saying? High priest Abu Bibis, King Mashah, High priest Hariyah, High priest Shaiqua, on down to Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Labar, Ramla, Elder Apostle Rakah, Elder Apostle Ramla. Those men are like pillars because they support this house. The house is supported by these pillars. So you need leadership, right? You got it, bro.
It says, she hath killed her beasts, she hath mingled her wine,
Talking about wisdom.
she hath also furnished her table.
So wisdom is a meal prepared. It's likened unto a meal prepared. It's likened unto a furnished table, right?
It says, she hath sent forth her maidens.
Wisdom have sent forth her maidens, just like you read in was it 1 Corinthians 12? Many members, but one spirit. So here it is. The same spirit, which is wisdom, furnished the table. The same spirit, which is wisdom, has sent out her maidens, which are the prophets.
It says, she cried upon the highest places of the city.
Talking about the wisdom that comes through these men. Revelation 14, the everlasting gospel to preach to them that dwell upon the earth. There's an angel that channels the spirit of Yahweh Bashimel Shah, the spirit of truth, through the men of the Lord to bring the counsel out, to bring this information out. So the maidens, the prophets, they quiet or they bring out this information on the highest What's that? The chief places?
Places of the city.
The highest places of the city. That's your Agora, your markets, the places where it's a lot of foot traffic, like you see here. There's a lot of people, various different people, Israelites, Edomites, Ammonites, Ishmaelites, all manner of different people passing through. You cross streets, your metropolitan areas, your downtown areas, train stations. That's where you're gonna hear the truth at.
You can say quiet out in the street. Cry loud, spare not.
Oh yeah.
Out there crying loud, you know, his voice. It's not stirring out his feelings.
It says, whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she said to him, come eat of my bread and drink of the wine which I have needed.
That's the invitation. So through the Spirit, we're inviting the simple to come eat of this spiritual meal to get built up with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because without this truth, you are simple. A simpleton. Right? Because when the hour of temptation comes, you ain't gonna know what to do without this information. You're gonna do something that will destroy you.
Okay.
Get you. You got it.
It says, forsake the foolish and live.
Which is the other lifestyles, philosophies, religions of the world. Forsake the foolish and live, because the only way you can live in the sight of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is to have this breath breathed into you, and then you become a living soul. Just like we read about what happened with Adam. The breath of life was breathed into him, and he became a living soul, meaning he got the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and now he's living in the sight of the Lord. This word enables life. And without it, you're as a dead body laying in the street of this great city, which is spirits of Sodom and Egypt. You're a part of the congregation of the dead without the truth.
And it says, forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding.
Go in the way of understanding. And the way is through Yahushua. He's the way, the truth, and the life. So getting this information is actually you following after the Lamb. You actually following after Yahushua. Because that's how you live. You follow Yahushua.
Yeah, because Yahushua, you know, he comes to party in the book.
Yeah.
It says, Psalms 40, in verse 7, it said, lo, I come in the volume of the book, it's written of me. So if you know Yahushua comes in the volume of the book, wouldn't you want to know all about Yahushua?
Right.
Wouldn't you want to follow his ways that he set for us? You know?
Especially if the Heavenly Father is calling him my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. You don't want to follow him?
You know, Moses said if you don't listen to that angel, then you're going to be destroyed, man. So if you don't, that angel was Yahushua. So if you don't listen to Yahushua and do what he said, then you're going to be destroyed, man.
Hey, Ak, if you can, just kind of like get the traffic.
Gotcha.
Oh, you got?
I got you.
Isaiah 50 and 4, the Lord Yahweh has given me the tongue of the learned, that I should know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary. He wakeneth morning by morning, he wakeneth mine ear to hear as the learned. So we're going into Proverbs 9 chapter. It says, she sent out forth her maidens. Right? So, like the verse said, the maidens are the prophets. Like Isaiah saying, the Lord has given me the tongue of the learned,
Very.
wisdom, knowledge, and understanding,
Very dim.
that I should know to speak a word in season to him that is weary. And the only ones that are out here that are weary, that the wedding is for, so to speak, and the table is furnished for, are Israelites. You know?
Go back to Matthew 22 and 4. Again, he sent forth his other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come into the marriage. But they made light of it.
Yes, that's good about people. They made light of the truth, man. You know, they think what we're doing is a vain, it's a fad. You know, oh, that's just another trend niggas got going on. That's gonna be long gone dead. But nah, this, you know, the Lord said by way of Apostle Paul, he have set forth the apostles last. So this is the last stronghold for our people. And it's the only truth. It's the only way. You know, all the other so-called, which the other so-called was the stronghold, but this our brother is talking about. You know, they're the prophets. Don't those lifestyles, those religions, they the prophet, type of prophet at the end of the day. Because you're sinning because you're worshiping other God. The Lord said the base of sin is death. So it's going to lead to your death.
I mean, imagine you having a feast for someone, for a group of people. You put a lot of energy into it. You got the decorations, you got the food, you marinated it, you seasoned it, you got the best wine, all these different things. And then you go to them and say, hey, you know, I made something for y'all. You know, a nice meal for y'all. You know, I got some entertainment. You know, I got some food, wine, all the stuff, decorations. And they're like, oh.
That's where you said that. I remember Brother Ayashimab said, he was reading Matthew Custom, he said, when people were invited to the guests, then they come, they found out the physical.
Yeah.
You know? So Yahweh Shai found, you know, so it's like that don't repent, Yahweh Shai looking at them as greatly offending.
Fence. Yep.
Offending Yahweh Shai. And you know what? These other nations that's from the east, they very big into like stuff like feasting and eating and sitting down as a family. You know, when I was working, you would go to a person's house, they may be Persian. You know, you can tell they from somewhere else. They not from here at all. They got their language and shit all over the walls and all that. And then they'll say, hey, you know what? Before you do any work, let's sit down, let's eat. You know? And then you can hit them with, no, I'm cool. No, they're pressure. No, come on. Please, my brother. Please, sit down. And you know who really try to pull your emotions? Ishmael.
Mm-hmm.
Ishmael. Please,
Yep.
brother. Please, brother, my brother. Please, sit down. Please. Come on.
Please don't offend my father.
You know? Yeah. They'll beg you to sit down and eat. And then when you eat with them, you know, they be happy.
Yeah, 'cause we came from a family-oriented culture. It's not like now. It's not like everybody's individual. You know, it's not like, it wasn't like that.
It was more clan-minded,
Yeah.
more tribal-minded, more family-oriented. It wasn't you live in your one-bedroom apartment over here and you just over there. No.
Because in the Manners and Customs, it has said that in the ancient world, the Orientals, people from the East, they wouldn't eat alone. That was very rare for people to eat alone. How we now eat it. It wasn't like that. You know? We all ate amongst each other. Talked about how was the day and things like that.
Yeah. Majority of the time, man going to work, leaving your plate, microwave, home, everybody's sleeping, everybody's safe. Esau brings a real depressive vibration on Israelites, people of this earth, man, by the way that he set up the planet Earth. That's why it's going to say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Because when you strategically, like, systematically break down what's really going on, like the brother always say, when you're really watching, this place is just set up to keep us dumbed down, depressed, always worried, man. Right about the next thing, stupid, so to speak. A lot of these people out here, the education system is trash. But just to keep you all full of emotions. I mean, look at the regular Jake nigga in the hood, or a regular dude that's telling the truth. They're just full of emotions, man. One minute he cool, next minute, he might have a broom, and next minute he want to fight you or something, man. This is systematically designed, man, by Esau, Edom, man, just to keep us in a downward spiral, man.
Got a little more over here in Matthew, the 22nd chapter. Matthew 22, verse 5. And they made light of it and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise.
So Jake, that did, after the series, he was like, trying to get promoted, I'm trying to get the house, this land, so Jacobs is not thinking about how about Shimon Shah. They got other things.
And the remnant took his servants and treated them spitefully and slew them.
Yeah, in the remnant, that's the southern piece. Because during this time, Yahweh Shai said this, only the remnant was in the land of the tribes, which were the southern people, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, which you had other, northern kingdom tribes sprinkled in amongst the southern people. But predominantly it was the southern kingdom. And he said, and the remnant took the servants and treated them spitefully because Jacob knew not to profit them. See, it was different back then. That's why the prophets were often scared when they heard the call from the Lord, go prophesy, because they know prophets were being killed back then. Yep, Jonah was scared. That's why he flees.
He's trying to go to another country.
He read to Tarsus, that was Spain. Far. That's far from Jerusalem, man. And Jeremiah, he was like, I can't speak. I'm a child. Moses, Lord, go find someone else. I ain't doing it. So it was commonly known in the ancient world that the prophets lived a rough life, and the message that they came with was, they could potentially get them killed.
I've seen a lot of vagabond northern kingdom. You all seen that?
Yeah, I seen a lot of vagabonds.
Yeah, this second Ezra 1:32. I send unto you my servants, the prophets, whom ye have taken and slain and torn their bodies in pieces, whose blood I will require of your hands, saith Yahweh.
See, so it was rough for the prophets, man. Jeremiah, he was putting the stops. Imagine how it is being stopped, man. You can't like do no more. It's like this. That's hell, man.
Look what happened with Yahweh Shai, man. Here it is. This is the Son of the Most High, the Creator, through the blueprint of the Heavenly Father. And they said, "Oh, that's the carpenter's son." Oh, Yahweh Shai? Oh, you talking about Joseph's son? Oh, he ain't casting out devils in the name of the Lord. He cast out devils in the name of Beelzebub.
It was really saying offenses to our Lord, man. That's a fit. Imagine how Yahweh Shai felt, man. That was how he was. But he had to take it, prophecy that Jacob was meant to believe in. Decided to elect. But just imagine, like, damn. That's why I said he even marveled. It said in one account he marveled that, the miracle that was doing in front of his own people, they wasn't believing. Like, damn. I just, the spirit of the children, man, he still don't believe.
Then Pilate come out. Who y'all want free? Y'all want Barabbas, or y'all want Yahweh Shai, King of the Jews, King of Israel? And they all said Barabbas, man.
Pilate wasn't even, when you read the account, Pilate wasn't even with that. He's like, yo, what this man done? But that's how, wicked and sinister our people was. It didn't matter the account. They just wanted to see him up out of there. Because, the accounts go into, Yahweh Shai was messing up their money.
Yep.
He was doing specific things to mess up their way of living in Roman captivity, man. Imagine that. You still have to render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, but you got the Lord over here, trying to give you a wisdom and eternal life with your spirit. Barabbas.
That's what that means.
I got a piece of it.
Yeah, there's something spiritual about that.
Spiritual.
There's gotta be something spiritual about that.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 50 and 6. This Isaiah, prophet, Old Testament, Spirit, he went through, like the brother said. I gave my back to the smiters and my cheek to them that plucked off the hair. I hid not my face from shame and spitting. Just like, others, we got accounts of Akim out here, smoke, spit on, people out in by throwing water balloons with piss on them. Alright? It says, for the Lord power will help thee, therefore shall I not be confounded, therefore have I set my face like a flint. You look the word flint up, it basically means a rock. Okay? So he said, therefore shall set my face like a flint, because when your foundation is built upon that rock, you are immovable. Okay? And I know that I should not be ashamed yet, because going through all this through the Spirit and being unmovable, at the end of the day, you're going to receive a reward. According to 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter. Okay? So it says, he is near that justifies me, who will contend with me. Let us stand together, who is my adversary, let him come near to me. Behold, the Lord Yahweh will help me. Who is he that shall condemn me? Because that's all we get out here, is people that condemn us. Now here's what I think you in, that's trash. And a part of us being condemned, like Isaiah said, I turn my back to the smiters. That's what we do out here. What y'all don't, what a lot of brothers don't see all the time, or they tune into, brothers done went through, man. It says, and my cheeks to them that plucked off the hair, I hid not my face from shame and spitting. All right? Because that's what these people do when they come up to us. The same thing that the ancient prophets went through.
Disrespecting us.
Yep. All is disrespect, man. All right? I've heard accounts of brothers getting water balloons with piss thrown at them, getting spit on. People coming up to them, engaging in the fights, man.
Women twerking.
Yep.
We done had fights, women showing us titties and shit.
Knocking the Bible out of somebody's hand up
Knocking the
here.
Bible out of somebody's hand, and trying to stand behind us.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to stand behind y'all. and then roll up, motherfuckers roll up, pull their phone out, taking pictures and recording.
Not even asking or nothing.
Recording. Like, what the fuck?
And it's highly verbal confrontations, man.
Yep.
You get a store, you get into a verbal confrontation, you get in trouble for that shit. That's what these people do. They try to trap us in to get into verbal confrontation. That's why it says, he is near, verse 8, he is near to justify me, who will contend with me. Because Luke 21 and 15 says, I will give you a mouth of wisdom, which none of your adversaries will be able to gainsay nor resist. So even though these people come up here, they smite us, they do all these things, us with a humble approach, one thing that they can't contend with is the truth and the words that we speak. So that's really why they do that, because this word is what is it, Hebrews, the 4th chapter, so it's a two-edged sword, man. And it doesn't cut the flesh, it cuts the spirit. That's why these people, they come up there and they get hurt and they can't contend with us, so they result into carnality. Okay? So that's it.
All right, I'm back in Matthew 22 and 7. It says, but when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burned up their city.
It's like
It says,
Which one of those you want?
yeah, they just, you know what? When these groups come over here, they get initiated by their family and people that live over here. When you see these niggas, stay far away from them. They dangerous, they this and that, but they never told them about the problem. So when they see us, it's like, they never, who are these guys? You know, they got books and, you know, what the hell are they doing? Like, wow,
They heard of the 40 ounces and the big radios and the blunts and shit. Yeah, they heard of that, but they know.
the 5-5 in their head.
She looked good 7 times before, I mean, from right here to going up there, she looked good 7 times, and before she walked in the door and looked and she looked so.
And then they see us with books. You know, we got books in our heads. You know what I mean? Like, this is something far above all what they was told.
Man.
They didn't say that when they got when they got briefed, when they came from their country over here, they didn't say, oh, some of them got books and some of them they were well ordered. You know, they didn't get that part.
Esau, he don't tell about the balance. Everything is one-sided.
Yeah.
Like, we all not like that.
Verse 7. It says, but when the king heard it thereof, he was wroth.
He that king is with the Most High Yahweh.
And he sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burned up their city.
Yeah.
Proverbs 6:2. Yeah, so the Heavenly Father was pissed off when he sent the angels. They brought destruction.
It's Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17. Whoso rewardeth evil for good, evil shall not depart from their home.
Yeah, so here it is. These people reward evil for good. Here it is, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The Lord is stretching out his hand and giving you a form of aid to get you out of this condition you in, right? By giving you repentance, allowing you to convert and be healed, get the names. But you people come and disrespect the prophets, you know, say all kind of manner of evil things and, you know, laugh and smirk. So guess what? What it say?
Whoso rewardeth evil for good, evil should not depart from his house.
Yeah, so evil is not going to depart from those individuals' houses, man.
They're gonna have problems at home. They either with their body.
Yep.
Lord can hit them with a sickness. You know, they probably feel sick that night. Bad dreams. Because the house isn't just where you go and sleep at. Your house is your body too. So, you know, you can have mental torment. You know, loved ones can die. Lose certain things that you've been used to having. Or the Lord can have spirits and demons and shit at your house. You know, you're looking around, you see this shit, like, what the fuck? I thought I just saw something. And man, the Lord, man, is terrible on how he judges things.
Sweat, bullets. There's some paranoia things about niggas is wicked, man. You know? Paranoia could, like Tupac said, I see definitely
Throw out
looking out the window. We got an album coming looking out the window. Paranoia, a lot of these niggas that are paranoid, a lot of hood niggas are real paranoid, man. You know, they be outside shit. It's about that time going inside. I see too many cars going by. Because some niggas is wicked, man. You know? Nigga watching it. I mean, well, you be circumspect, of course. But the nigga just watching over his shoulder all the time. Because the niggas is wicked, man.
I can't go over here, I can't go over there, I can't go over there.
Hey, Lord smoke him. She did last. What was that album? He was on the cross. That was the blasphemy.
Verse 8 in Matthew, the 22nd chapter. Then said he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy.
So you have a lot of unworthy Israelites. That's why Apostle John the Baptist said, bring forth repentance. You know? He was condemning the wicked Israelites. It was niggas, man. They wasn't coming in a good conduct, good godly conduct. Probably was laughing, bullshit. You know?
Oh no, you.
Because John the Baptist, he was a rough man.
I haven't checked my.
He was a rough man. He lived in the wilderness. His diet was locusts and honeycomb, so honey. So he was, you know, rough. He had a rough garment, a garment of
Camel hair.
the camel hair. The camel hair is rough, man. You start itching when you wear that. So
In the ancient world, we wore. I mean, we still do it today, but you know, we wore animals. You know? People to this day still wear like, you know, certain exotic skin boots.
And sackcloth.
You know, even Braveheart. We saw sheep. You know, wearing sheep wool. He said Alexander, he had leopards. We wore animals. Leather is the skin of but leather is the skin of a cow. Scriptures speak about how we badger skin. What is it? Badger skin made red. You know.
Yeah, that leather jacket, that's a classic. You can't, that's never going to reach. Leather jacket is, nice boots on, dress shirt.
Hey, wearing animal skin, period, is like, animal shit on it. Which everything we wear comes from the earth. Like certain fabric and material is made from certain insects too. Like certain insects, they can silk. Yeah. Like either out of the ass of the animal or the saliva out of the animal, you can get silk.
Yeah, they got a purple, it's called Tyree purple. When they crush 10,000, I forget what type of sea snails it is, but it's I think it's mollusks. But they crush it, and the more you wear it, and the process to do it is tedious. That's why I own the bikini for this type of material, color. But they say the more you wear it, the more vibrant the color.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, because the sun, it's like how this is green, but now you see it's kind of turning like a greenish yellow. Greenish gold. That's what happens. Certain belts is made out of leather. Sandals. So wearing animal skin, that's royalty. There's certain boots made of shark skin, elephant skin boots.
Gators.
Yeah. Gator boots. Yeah, so we wear it. We use the earth. We wear earth.
Yeah, but they start making it seem like when they encounter Gad was butt ass.
Yeah.
Gad was fresh, man. Gad, it's hard. It was fresh. It had leather on it, They had moccasins.
That's a bugged out ass. Scratching, itching.
Beard on her face.
Gad had like leather pants on.
Whole leather pants on. Imagine that.
With the fringes.
Yep.
That's royal. Man, we didn't wear fucking jeans, man. Levi jeans, t-shirt,
Wranglers.
We wore garments. Like Jake said, we was draped. You know how curtains you have the drapes, and how the drapes will go way from the ceiling all the way to the ground.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we was. We wore garments from the top all the way down to the feet. Fully girded, fully clothed.
Because remember that account with Saul's daughter and King David, like these guys wearing t-shirt fringes. King David wearing a t-shirt fringe when like Paul saw him dancing in front of those women and was God trying to get him out. He was wearing a full clothes on.
Yeah, they get that term girded up. Really when they'll put their garment like this.
Made shorts.
Yeah, made short out of it. So that way when they invalid it, the garment won't be swinging at the branch. That's where that term came from.
Yeah, you tie it up in a way. You just basically make shorts. You got shorts. All of a sudden, your legs are showing, and then that you can. Because you can't run fast if you fully draped. You're in the trick mode, so you have to gird up, tie it up. Verse 9, go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye find, bid to the marriage.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. That's a commandment from Yahweh God. Go on the highways and byways and bid and invite those Israelites as much as you can. Because we enter into other men labors. We enter through our apostles. So we're there. And same with others that came in just
It's Isaiah 55.
What's the time?
Isaiah 55 and 1.
124.
Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat.
Because you're supposed to be thirsty for the truth. Yahweh said, blessed are those that thirst for righteousness. You're supposed to be, thrilled to, I want to get a word,
Come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
Yeah, that's
Rakata.
last time I was in the truth, man. The truth is also likened to wine and milk, honey, which are very vital things that you need in your diet. That was very vital, good things to eat back then in your diet. Even today.
It says, wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread?
Yeah, because people, they spend money on different religions that don't profit. Being Christianity, they pay the pastor billions of dollars a year. I'm talking about your high level pastor, like T.D. Jakes and Joel Osteen.
And Nate. Six-figure Nate.
Right, Jake is willing to spend all this
If it ain't
money.
shut off, we should be
It's
good.
not getting-
That way you ain't burnt out.
But the person that give you the raw shoes uncut, he's not looking out for that. So it's backwards.
There's this movie, I forgot what it was called, man, but it was basically about this black couple in a church. And, which all these churches are wicked anyway. They got some form of something that they do unlawfully according to Esau's laws too. But basically what happened was that this dude had a big mega church. And his wife, of course, was behind him with it because they were reaping in the money from their congregation. He had a big mega church, and what happened was, this is how you know that they get their money from their congregations. He ended up being accused of something, right? And I think it was some Mo shit, and he ended up losing all his congregation. And this man was doing, and then after he was trying to get him back when he allegedly was non-accused, or so to speak, he was doing gimmicks, man. He was in the church doing hella gimmicks, screening plays, do gimmicks to get his congregation back because his money was running out. And that's the same thing with these guys, man. They do these gimmicks. Like the Apostle Hart said, Daniel 7 rolled him in on a horse. In the Israelite mind, that's a gimmick, man. And guess what? People will pay for that, man. Like they rolled in on a horse, man. I wonder what he could get $100 time.
One of the movies I saw about Esther. That's what when Haman went up to the king, and the king said, "What should you do for somebody that you honor?" He said, "You put a robe on him and you guard him around." He did that Nate shit in that movie. He was rolling Mordecai around. Had a flashback to Nate on that.
It's all a gimmick. The spirit, all the gimmicks is good. It says, hearken diligently unto me, eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight in itself in fatness, which is the knowledge. Incline your ear and come unto me, hear. You can't do that if you're more entertained and not being edified, man. What are you here for? Are you here for edification, or are you here for entertainment, man? It says, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. So that's what we want. We want the sure mercies of David. David did things that were worthy of death, just like us all right? When we was in Christianity before we came to this truth, that was a thing worthy of death. Why? Because we were worshiping another God, man. Even though we were doing it in ignorance, but still, that was a thing that was worthy of death. We've done things that have been worthy of death. So us coming into this truth, that's having the sure mercy of King David, man. Giving us another chance or a grace period to get right with Yahweh now shine, before he destroyed this place. That's it.
This is Matthew chapter 22, verse 8. Then saith he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not ready, not worthy. Salaki. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished to guests.
Right, so that's why there's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of bad Israelites. more bad Israelites than it is good. Because the Lord has appointed certain Israelites to come to the faith to their own condemnation. That's a scary thing too. You can be, the Lord can bring you to the truth just for your downfall.
Just for your downfall.
You might get offended by something, like apostle might, apostle might make a certain edict, go out, apostle, or you gotta make 2 videos a week. You can follow the truth from that. There's been men that fell out the truth. Apostle Hart said he's supposed to do 2 videos a week.
That's too much. That's a lot. But really, doing the videos is for your benefit. It keeps you sharp. It keeps you, constantly, meditating on the word, thinking about, okay, what lesson I'm gonna do tomorrow, or what I'm gonna do today. And I haven't read Genesis, the first 5 chapters in a minute. Let me go back. Let me go revisit this. Or damn, what if somebody asks me that question? Let me make sure I'm sharp on this and that. It keeps you sharp. It's for your benefit as well as you feeding the sheep. So, a person who got offended by that, they really don't understand what this thing is all about.
Yeah, because it don't only stop at the powers involved. Because, and plus, now, what do you want to do more for the Lord? Since you sin so much. You sin so much in the world, you should want to do more. To please the Lord.
Especially if you receive benefits. You're receiving all these benefits, you don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, especially if you did great sins, like adultery. You really want to get on the Lord, this time, and doing sins like that.
Yeah, you gotta denounce that shit too, man. I've been finding myself lately, just when I pray, Lord, forgive me for the adultery I done committed. That's wicked. That's wickedness. You gotta approach the Lord like that. When you're praying, Lord, hey, forgive me for this, forgive me for that. I did this, I did that. Forgive me for it. You gotta do that, man.
Because sometimes the Lord, can have you do a lot of wicked shit. So when you come to the truth, you appreciate it. And like Manasseh, king of Judah, he said he was doing everything wicked. But then when he went to prison, he repented. That's where he gets the prayer of Manasseh. Manasseh, king of Judah. And he repented, he turned righteous. But the Lord had to go through all that just to appreciate the mercy of the Lord. And to finally be righteous. And to finally enact what he was supposed to be righteous.
There's certain judgments, you see people, there's certain judgments by the one who damn. You be like, damn, I wonder what the hell he did. He must have asked Heavenly Father to see him off.
Verse 11, and when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment.
Yeah, because if you go to an actual wedding and you don't have on the wedding attire, like, what are you doing here? Like, who invited you?
So you a complete stranger? I went to somebody's house, when I was out there, and I didn't know nobody there, and you just feel like motherfuckers looking at you and shit. So if you somewhere where you don't belong, it's kind of like you just. So that's how this guy was, man. He didn't have no wedding garment on. He which is his truth, which is the works that he,
He had on strange apparel.
Yeah.
What you wearing?
And he got pointed out, hey friend, what are you doing here? And see this is that shit right here. Okay, you do that, okay, you hit the wheelie, okay, now what? The car's gonna drive right past his ass. And he said unto him, friend, how comest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment. And he was speechless.
I love how that's written, man. Yeah, it said he was speechless. He had nothing to say.
He probably was like, with his mouth open.
It's like a nigga coming to a wedding with a tank top on with shorts and some sandals.
And glasses.
Yeah. They gonna boot you right up. Hey, you gotta leave. You know? So that's how Yahweh Shai is in the spirit. But Israelites that don't have the correct doctrine, he gonna boot them out.
Yeah, Lord, and that's why I say all those that say Lord, Lord. I'm not gonna say. Because yeah, you might have heard the names, but you didn't have a wedding garment on, man. You know the bridesmaids, they gotta have their wedding garments on, right?
Yeah.
Imagine a bridesmaid, here it is, you know, the marriage is underway, and then one of the bridesmaids, he just strolling in that motherfucker.
Jeans on.
With jeans and a damn bra.
And they spend hours in the back before the wedding.
That's what we doing right now. We're in the back getting prepped,
Yep.
getting clean, and getting beautified, and putting the face paint on, hair, spiritually the hair getting done. We're putting the jewels on, the bracelets.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai, you know, you don't want to come back. You see this going all loud and
Ran through some old bitch, got mouths on it. It's got a cigarette right here behind that ear.
no, a lit cigarette. It was lit. It was they put it out. T-ball green.
She's bloated because she on her period. It's like, man, y'all was ain't coming to no bitch like that.
Fucking at the problem.
I got a verse there. Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city.
Awake out of the dust, out of the confusion, out of these other lifestyles. And then you gotta put on. It takes some works to put on your garments, man. You know, if you getting dressed, you going somewhere nice, you know, you putting your socks on a certain way. You're not just putting your socks on like you did yesterday when you had nothing to do. You putting your socks on a certain way. Putting your pants on, make sure the belt right, shirt, brand new shirt. You putting the tags off, putting the shirt on. You know? Then you putting your jewelry on and shit. Oh, that ain't gonna matter. Oh, wow, but not even like that.
I didn't do this on my off day.
They do that like how we do the work. Burning rubber.
It's southern and northern.
This a nuisance.
That was gonna be the motherfuckers in the purge, riding them shits around.
And Esau used to do that going to the slave quarters, finding jakes to kill. On a horse, but they'd be on horses. And then they had their little KKK shit on. Man, I saw some good bikes. Airport, man. I was like, them motherfuckers. Devil. Red devil. Pointed, young, probably like 20 years old. With the pointed nose, they just look like straight stone cold killers, bro.
That's why I see like Jacob's kind of scared of you. So, you know, when you see certain Edomites, you be like, nah, I ain't fuck with them. I mean, we're not scared of them, but we know what type of Edomite that is. Extra noise. Like you said, do be certain Edomites, you know. Like, nah, I ain't gonna fuck with them. You might come back with a gun or something.
Like different tribes of Edomite. You got, Amalek, that's the top tribe. And then you got the Edomites they just look like they just got sword talk. Yeah. They look like they trained marksmen. You know what I mean?
You already know they targets be Jake.
Yeah.
down.
All they targets in their backyard they got afro wigs on them and shit.
It says, for henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Now, a brother that's in the truth and he's of the elect, no other philosophy is going to penetrate him. No other philosophy is going to enter into him because he has the truth. The uncircumcised, the unclean, these different ways of life is not going to enter into him because he's already closed.
He's not going to be tossed to and fro.
He's not going to be tossed to and fro every other doctrine. We know the truth. We know that these other idols are just that, idols.
They ain't going to be searching for the truth no more. None of that. They found it.
Oh boy, what's up? They got that group.
You want to watch the nigga want to be at home gospel, put melatonin in that.
Hey, to me, if I would play devil, at least that smell like it.
And they run. They can smell on there right now. Them people are super smelling. Look at the demon over there.
They get out though.
Now I've seen dogs that be on that type of energy right there, barking like that, but then the gate be open, and motherfuckers don't even do that.
Cancel all that noise. Yeah.
They get scared.
I think this is how they like you.
These are the Cubanos we just Somebody is Cubano.
It says, shake thyself from the dust.
All right now.
Shake thyself from the dust.
That's Manasseh right there.
That state of confusion. Right? It says,
You gotta shake yourself from that, man. You gotta shake that shit off. There's certain women you gotta shake off.
Yeah, that shows you right there. Certain ties. You know certain ties. How they dress.
Yeah, it's certain times.
At the bar knew I was caught. That was see, that nigga looked like he was in my house before.
it says, and sit down.
Yeah, because this is the rest. You know, ain't no more walking up and down the agora looking for the truth. Going to the chief places and trying to figure out the new information. Going over here, going over there. I heard they got a little bit of the truth. You're not doing that. You shook off the dust. You put on your holy garments, and then now you sit down. Why? Because this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest.
Yeah, I believe that happened with Elder Malcolm. The Apostle Hart said one time before we went to Elder Malcolm went to New York. He said he was walking, told us happened with something else, and he's walking around looking for the truth.
That's what Apostle Hart said.
Yeah.
He said he was looking for the truth like that too. He was like, he knew the truth was somewhere. He was out there walking around. That's how he met this brother. I mean, he was already in the truth, but you know, he just didn't even know it was wearing the errand and just stumbled across the truth, and then
And the rest were blind.
yeah.
Okay.
It says, O Jerusalem, loose thyself from the bands of thy neck.
Loose because you're held captive. Because you're held captive by these other philosophies. That's like Howard saying, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Bros should be freed from certain things now that they're in the truth, because when you was in the world, you was under the burden of, oh, my girl's birthday's coming up. Oh man, Christmas. Oh, Thanksgiving. Oh man, the New Year's. You know, all this different shit. They're burdens to you. They're like chains and shackles because you're held captive to it. Oh, Easter coming up, man. Fuck. That's some more money I gotta spend. You know?
Yeah, that's true. You said that because I be hearing my coworkers or one coworker. Yeah, my girl's birthday coming up. I'm just trying to have some money.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, man, you just
The anniversary, my anniversary.
Yeah.
Man, no, fuck that.
expected for you to do it up.
She wants you to dig so deep your elbows and shit is in your pocket.
No, she wants you to take it where you had that first date and all
Man, nah, man. Now, we will say this. Ain't nothing wrong with,
little nostalgia.
you take your girl out somewhere, do
Right.
do some certain things, buy her some nice little heels to wear for you, and buy her a phone or something, Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ceremonially, ritually, nah, bro.
And it's better when you do it randomly.
Random.
That random Wednesday in July, a random ass Wednesday in May. Give me long as it's not the Sabbath. Yeah, hey baby, come on, look, I got a surprise for you. Put your shit on. You can go, downtown somewhere. Got some reservations somewhere, and I got a gift for you. Man,
Yeah, that spur of the moment mean more anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
she like that. Versus my birthday coming up. This nigga better dig deep in his pockets this year.
They like a man that's unpredictable, out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not what day is it? What time is it? Oh, well, here we go. We
Yeah.
gotta do this.
Yeah, because you sent the picture in the chat of Managing Customs going into the Oriental way of life versus the Occidental way of life. Oriental is the way of the East. Occidental is this Western shit. And, our history, our culture, our identity is patriarchal. It's ran by men. And it's a certain order how we govern our houses, our neighborhoods, our community. And it was all, it starts off with the men. And women were, second-class citizens. And that's not downplaying women because women do have an important role with family. They are the first teachers. They teach the children, get them ready so they can deal with the father. And the women, they forward our purpose in the house. Well, your father, he don't do this, or your father don't like that. This is how your father likes it done around the house. Oh, this is the will of your father. We doing the will of your father in this house. It's like a mini kingdom. Oh, your father, he just passed a new decree, a new commandment. Ain't no going outside past 7 o'clock. That's the new commandment. So, we ruled the houses like that, in that type of way, in the ancient world. So, we coming back to that, man.
Because in that book, about reading recently, they mostly reference the Arabs, which, Arabs, their customs is close to ours.
And they held on to them still to this day.
It wasn't destroyed. It wasn't spoiled.
Because Moab and them, they got customs, but you don't see them really practicing that shit. You don't see Moab Ammon with their ancient shit on. But you do see Ishmael. You will see Ishmaelites with their shit on.
Yeah.
The women, I was at the airport.
They got
Ishmael had
burqa.
this shit on.
Yeah.
The woman had all black on, all this shit covered up.
Yeah, that book is good, man. And I like that. I like that it gives reference of the scripture so you can go to, to validate what the scripture is saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good book. It's called Manners and Customs, Bible Lands by Fred H. White. I got the book for this was years ago, 4 years ago. It was like $6.
I got a book. I got my backpack.
But yeah, that book referenced a lot of accounts, because the scholars that did research and they analyzed the Arab custom, which is closest to ours. Ishmael in the Hebrew is Yashma'ala, which means that's the same book I got.
Yep.
He is heard the Most High.
Yeah, that's a good book. And as it says, it's written by Fred H. White, Manners and Customs of Bible Lands. You see how we get down. Look, Oriental dress, and they got the men on there, like we were saying earlier, draped, girded and draped. How we dressed. I mean, we would have fringes on, but these are some examples, right?
That's where Ishmael get a lot of the customs from. They close. Ishmael, my cousin,
Ishmael would be our uncle, but Because our father brothers, those are our uncles, right? So our great granddad, no wait, our father's brothers are our uncles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So our great grandfather's children, that would be what?
Cousins.
Let's look it up.
Those are distant cousins. Their children will be cousins, distant cousins.
Ishmael, his father is Abraham. You know? Their Hebrews, see, it's different Hebrews. You got Hebrew Israelites, Hebrews are the Hebrews, as Apostle Paul said. You got Hebrew Moabites, Hebrew Ammonites, Hebrew Edomites, and Hebrew Ishmaelites. You know?
Let me see what this is.
There are various Hebrews, but it's the chosen Hebrew. It's like the seed. Chosen seed.
It says, shake thyself from the dust, rise and sit down on Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. For thus saith Yahweh, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money.
Yeah, we're going to be redeemed without money. You know? But when we part elect, Yahweh Shai, he don't deliver us. There's not going to be no ransom. I mean, because that's what usually people will do. If you have someone captive, the person that had that person captive, they would demand a ransom from the other person that they held captive from their families, so they can release them. That's not what happened with Yahweh. He's going to come and destroy the captors, which is Esau, you know, and deliver his elect.
Luke chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
So it's already written, the Lord has visited and redeemed his people. By the Israelites, you know, the elect. So, you know, prophecy is already written already. I believe that's Zechariah, John the Baptist prophecy.
Yeah, you don't see that evident in no other nation but in Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, bro.
Yeah, what nation needs deliverance?
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
like bad.
Who's being
you know?
redeemed?
Like, no other nation don't need deliverance like us.
You don't own nothing. You don't got nothing. You don't own nothing. You know, I got into it with a Ishmaelite the other day at a 7-Eleven, man. The only reason, you know, I kind of gave him pushback is because, you know, I was on the way to work. And he kind of gave me, like, you know, some lip, man. And it's like, you know, you goddamn Ishmaelites, man. Y'all puffed up. You know, y'all own all these goddamn stores and things, man. But when Jake push you back, then you get scared, man. Yeah, I might not be able to come in your store, but you can't, man. The time of you heathens treating us, man, like we just the bottom and the scum of the earth, man. That shit is over.
That's
man.
over.
We only tolerate you because you gotta go into your stores and buy shit, man. But other than that, man, we walking down the street, you disrespect, man. We gonna tell your asses something, man. You know, we avoid carnality, but you heathens, man, y'all just, you know.
It is just like when they snatch it from us, like,
Yeah.
Throw your change at you.
And sometimes you don't want to punch it, man. So, you know, we hold out, you know,
Let not the anger cause you to sin.
we rule our spirit, you know.
Sometimes, man, sometimes you just, you pretty good at ruling our spirit. Sometimes, man, you gotta tell the motherfucker something, man.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta, hey, man, yeah. I had to tell him, man, because he's like, yo, with some shit, man. I had to tell him, man, you got a problem? Huh? You got a problem? Okay, bro. You know, like, bro, what's the issue? You know?
When you show that line, then that's when
They want it back down.
Back down and all that. Because really, you heathens are goddamn weak, man. That's why the Lord said that he was gonna, the heathen are gonna be confounded with all their might.
like that.
Like that.
Yeah, because, you know, in the history, you know, Jake will always tell the heathens, we just trying to pass you out, man.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna buy nothing from y'all. We just gonna pass through. That's it. Then they'll come out and try with an army.
Yeah.
They'll provoke. They was doing that first, and then the Lord would just kill them. You know, take their land, kill them.
They seen a lot of, they seen the wisdom he has. They seen like what heathen nation stole the ark? The ark of the Philistines, right? And the whole time they had that ark, man, the Lord was jacking their ass up, man, giving them hemorrhoids.
There was spirits in there.
Yeah, the spirits, you know.
Yeah, I said like the cows. They were like, if the cows go straight to Jerusalem, then no glory. You know, I forgot how he said it, but the cows go straight to the street.
People was spiritual back then.
The only one that can come and get that ark is the Levitical priest, man. You know, them Philistines, man, they started Ark of the Covenant. The Lord jacked their ass up from start to finish, man. Didn't it destroy their guns or something like that?
Yeah, they gone falling right before the Ark of the Covenant.
So the Lord don't play, man. Few heathens. I'll get a prescription real quick.
The Ark of the Covenant, that was holy, man. It was two staves with the angels like this.
Yep.
There was a chest.
Mercy seat.
It was a chest.
Yeah.
Inside it had the tables with the commandments on it. Aaron rod that budded, and then manna.
This is Micah 7:15. According to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt, will I show unto him marvelous things. The nations shall see and be confounded, and all their might. They shall lay their hand upon their mouth, their ears shall be deaf. They shall lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their holes like worms of the earth. They shall be afraid of the Lord our power, and shall fear because of evil. Those are the times we do that. A lot of you heathens, y'all don't respect the Negro, Latino, Native American man in America. Right? Or the Israelite man that knows he's an Israelite in America. All right? Even though we've been through more than you've been through times fucking too. And y'all know this. Some of y'all kids go to the same schools we went to. And guess what they were taught? Black History Month. They were taught about the Native Americans and things like that, even though it was watered down, but they still know. And they bring out mainstream movies about it. They just brought out Avatar, basically the natives.
Trail of Tears.
Yeah, the Trail of Tears. So you heathens know, man. You heathens know, and you still forward our affliction. You still come over here and you talk shit. Then when you get the pushback, then you snap. We still a lot of these jakes, man. When the time comes, they come into y'all houses, man. These jakes that we just seen on these motorcycles going up the street, they're gonna be around your neighborhood.
They're gonna be driving over there.
Yeah.
Your gated communities, all right? They gonna get in. They gonna let their people in. No, you got it, brother. You got it.
Jake know how to hop a fence.
Yeah,
they can get over that
And
fence.
breaking the house.
Jake is wise to do. Lord can make that process for Jake. Back when we was kids, we knew how to, we got a barbed wire. We knew how to get over that shit. Yeah. We were like a little branch so the thorns won't hit us.
This is Obadiah chapter 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble, and they shall kindle in them, and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken.
Yeah, so two kingdoms collectively. So both kingdoms collectively, all 12 tribes, the northern and southern kingdom, they all will destroy Esau and the kingdom all at once. You know?
Revelations 11:4. 11:3, and I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,203 days clothed in sackcloth.
Witnesses are the northern and southern kingdom. Prophesying the downfall of America.
These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the power of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth and devour their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must be killed. He must in this manner be killed.
Yeah, so fire from out of their mouth. Elijah did that. He did that 3 times. Christ was with the prophet Baal, and the last time was when I forgot which king it was, but it was king in Israel. One time the fire came down and burnt the sacrifice. Oh yeah, that was one time. But 2 times it was when I forget it wasn't King Ahab who was dead. It was Jezebel. Ahaziah, the northern kingdom. So this was the last 2 times, there was army sent to Elijah, and then Elijah called down fire from heaven and destroyed those 2 armies. But the last army came, he was like, please don't destroy us. And Elijah had power with the Lord, man, and he was by himself. Him and Elisha. Before Elisha came, Elijah, he was by himself.
The same things that's going to start happening over again. The Lord going to start showing his strange acts and strange works. And it's going to start with the men that have been pushing the truth for them. And it tells you in Ezekiel that the Lord is going to basically Ezekiel 36 and 23, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, saith Yahweh power, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. The Lord will sanctify himself in us before their eyes. So these people are going to know, like 1 John the 3rd chapter says, who the real, true children of the Most High is. All right?
Like I say in Revelation 11, come up hither and their enemies beheld them.
Yep.
So it's nothing but Israelites getting beamed up. So the Lord gonna be sanctified through us, because the message that we were speaking about how the Heavenly Father is so-called black man and the Son is so-called black man names, and how they only dealing with Israel. These heathens is gonna be terrified. Oh shit, they was right. Fuck.
Is this them?
What do we do now? Bow down to the slaughter.
Hey, but with that, we're going to give all praise on the Lord too.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shad, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
The honors to our apostles and great millstone, we know where the touch is true. Peace, love, and blessing to you, Akim, that's part of by Yasha, Shad, of God, the house of David. To sincere sisters out there too, Shalom to you. You are willing this camp is edifying. So next week, Shalom, then to America, and love the Lord.
And Shabbat Shalom too, by the way.